welcome back, everyone, to a potentially very scuffed session of Heckna. Last we left off, the party had just got done doing a combination of jobs. Callimar and Mathew both went back to Locks to turn in one of said jobs, and the rest of the party were making their way back towards Sean Smith in the food court. We'll pick up with Mathew first, as you and Callimar head back to the to Locke's little stand and return the awakened marionette that was hiding in a pair of underwear that the party managed to successfully retrieve, which I will bring us all to the Revelia map once more. And as you hand him the awakened marionette, he thanks you and hands you a pouch of 25 red tickets as a total for the party. As well as he gives you a little bit of knowledge before you head off. He says that he sees all of you making a lot of progress, and that likely means you'll be allowed into more places as Heckna has been watching you move and work. He tells you that the power of Heckna has been used to keep new and lowly revelers out of the Dismaydium, encouraging them to usually compete with each other for favor and an invitation. However, it seems that you're all working your way up the ladder fairly quickly, and as you get ready to leave, he lets you know that once you manage to make your way into the Dismaydium, Heckna can't block you from entering and leaving. So once you have access to the greater parts of the Revelia, you have access for good. And he hands you the 25 red tickets and allows you to return back towards the market to meet the rest of your party.
I definitely do so with no hesitation.
Which is where we'll meet back up with the rest of the party. You just got done dealing with a popcorn swarm in the midway via a prank from Sean Smith gone wrong. Technically, though, this is your job complete. He asked you to deliver this popcorn swarm. You kind of did it. I mean, you fought the thing, but you also kind of did it. And you are able to, in return, head back to him, and he'll teach you the language of the Revelia gobbledygook in trade. So you are able to head back, Fiammetta, Kreg, and Vivien, you are able to head back to the market where you are able to meet back up with Callimar and Mathew just a little bit of ways from the security building where you are supposed to meet with Sean Smith.
You said we did just meet back up?
Yes, you're all back together.
Okay. All right. I turned my thing in. Here's everyone's tickets. And I think there's 5 of us, right? Yeah. So I give everyone their 5 tickets, and I explain to them what Dude Bro said about us progressing. And where should we go next?
So we're still waiting on invitation, or we can go to the other parts?
I said we can go, right?
Locke meant it in that he sees you all climbing the ladder of favor, and that just to keep an eye out as the next location, you should be, like he said it in a, I see the work you're doing, you're likely going to head there soon. Here's some
gotcha.
advice.
Gotcha. Okay, did we still have another mission or quest that we were working on?
You technically have to just hand in your final one. You have to let Sean Smith know that you delivered the quote-unquote prank, and in return, he will teach you a language and give you some tips and tricks.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll start looking for where to go for him then.
Okay. So the others, as you're all led back to the security building, the old rundown arcade, you do find Sean Smith and a couple of his lackeys waiting inside, kind of just surveying the area as he sees you guys walk up and approach. He doesn't get up to move or anything. He kind of just lets you all come to him within the security building.
He's not being weird, is he? Is he just...
You want to give me an insight?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay.
No, looks to be just watching you approach.
No, alrighty. Oh, just walk up and mission accomplished. The prank has been delivered. Well, they delivered it.
You'll look at the rest of the party who Mathew looks at, who says they delivered it, and Sean will ask if you did a good job.
Yeah. Everything went off with a pop.
So to speak.
Good to know.
Yeah, pop.
Then why don't you all
pipping popcorn up of their hair?
Why don't you all sit down and I'll teach you what I promised I would teach you.
Sit down. Without.
I'm open ears.
All right. So it does take a while, and by a while I mean maybe, near to an hour. He's teaching you a whole language. The language of gobbledygook is essentially take common and add a carnival twist to it. Make words sound like nonsense. Is essentially the language. He does teach you some phrases or, translate things so that you are able to read and understand the language. And I will say, for the purposes of this, with enough time, you can all add it as a language. You can all add that to your sheets. He also tells you just a little extra information as you wander the grounds. He lets you know that there are 4 cliques within the carnival. He runs the Strong Arms, who he describes, of course, as cool and tough. Then there are the Vogues, who he describes as stuck-up posers. There are the Starlets, who are smug show-offs. And lastly, he describes the Dweebs as sneaky little snots. And he goes on to say that each of them are on the brink of war with each other, which, as the security lead here in the carnival, Sean says he would be perfectly fine with allowing to happen.
Why would you be okay with that happening? That seems like it would be more reason for you to have to work and do security things.
You see him kind of pound his fist into his palm, and he says, "Exactly. Give me more reason to crack some skulls."
Okay.
My bad, didn't mean to hit that.
Language proficiency.
Oopsie. Language proficiency, none. Vivien loses all language.
Uh-oh.
No! I don't think I know
guys,
how to add this in here. I think I might just do it later.
Are you asking us for... Are you giving us a new job?
Nope, that's all I wanted you to do.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Mm-hmm. He kind of just shrugs and says, but just know if you do cause some trouble, I'll be there.
What if we cause trouble in between these 4 groups?
Well, then I'll still be there, and I won't look in your direction.
Okay. That's good to know, at least. So as long as we're wrestling with these guys, we get a pass. That's what I'm getting from this. And I'm just gonna get up and start moving around.
Thanks for the information.
Okay, so Jabroni said that we're close to progressing to a point where we might be able to get the fuck out of here. So, any ideas on where we might need to go next? Are there any places we haven't been yet?
I mean, I don't think any of us have walked into the big top, right?
So where?
Have we walked into the big tent in the middle? Do I misremember that?
You have not, because
Yeah.
everywhere from this section up, I once described as almost like a blur.
Is it still blurry from where we're standing?
It is.
Are there any spots
the
that were
security
blurred?
shack is this one on the right? Right?
You guys, the security shack would be more like, so that's locks. It'd be more like, because this is the food court, which is where all the buildings are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, no, I do think this would probably be it. Yeah.
Okay.
Have we gone to the one covered in animal furs, right?
Yeah,
Northeast of it?
that's what I was going to ask.
I think I said that was the petting zoo, which is where you met Conrad, who told you to go meet Sean Smith.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
I'm going to pull up Mathew.
Okay, you pull
I'm
out.
going to shake him a little bit.
Hey, what are you doing that for?
Hey, where should we go next?
I don't know. You got an invite to the Dismaydium?
Is that the big thing in the center?
Yeah.
No, but we've been led to believe that one might be heading our way soon, and we should stay on course. Any other of these people normally asking for some help so we can get a little more street cred? What's over here by the boats?
By the boats.
I'm asking Mathew that too.
I just gotta see it on my actual map.
On the
Oh,
left.
Yes. I think you gotta find that in my PDF. Mathew will give you an appropriate answer, but he will also say, I don't know, why don't you walk and check it out?
Because I have a talking map. I thought you were like part tour guide.
Well, not when you shake me like that. If I wanted to be
Oh.
shaking around, I would have stayed with Pinky.
That can be arranged. I fold him up and put him in my pocket. Well, he's being coy, but I got a feeling about these boats over here. And I like point in that direction.
He's like mostly flesh, right?
He is indeed a map made out of human flesh.
What color do you think he'd turn if I set him on fire?
You hear from your pocket, Matthew. Well, no.
Well, hopefully he stays useful. Let's start walking.
That's strike one for me. I start walking with you.
Okay. Vivien, Kreg, do you also get up and start making your way?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Would everyone like to give me a perception check, please? I'll change music for a second.
6.
He's here. Not again.
So, 17 and 11. Those are good enough. Fiammetta and Vivien, you see a crowd has begun to form just slightly ahead of you. If you guys leave the security building and head down this pathway, you would notice that there's a crowd forming about like right here. There seems to be some sort of commotion going on.
I am a curious being. I will wordlessly walk in that direction.
Yep. I'm gonna be right behind you. Helping push through the crowd.
As Vivien and Fiammetta point this out and you guys making your way through the crowd, as you get closer, you hear a crash sounds out. And the crowd is pushed clear to reveal Pinky, the unicycle riding tour guide you once met at the very beginning who gave you Mathew. However, her clownish makeup is smeared from where she's clawed it from her skin, and her mouth is a thin, serious line. You see she wields an axle like a polearm raised defiantly. Standing opposite Pinky stands Heckna. A flicker of shock flashes across his eyes under his mask as Pinky swings the axle at him and cries, "Laugh this one off, you pathetic parasite!" Just as the axle is about to connect, Heckna claps his hands together as Pinky's weapon flies from her grasp, tumbling end over end. As you all break through the crowd to see this happening, the air around you begins to twist into a vortex filled with the sounds of Heckna's cruel laughter. This section of the Jamboree and Pinky's furious face blurs into a confusing smear as you all are whisked away in a whirlwind of furious magic. As the world around you begins to still, you find you are in a cavernous, windowless room, standing next to Pinky. The sickening feeling of teleportation magic hastily cast makes you a bit dizzy and you're all frozen in place. The air is cool, but its scent is sour and foul. Nearby, vats of substances that resemble blood, wax, and bile gurgle and burp, releasing noxious fumes. A huge shelving unit covers an entire wall, laden with books, tools, and jars containing preserved creatures. In front of the shelves is a long wooden workbench, stained with blood and opaque wax of various skin tones, green, pink, brown. A large machine makes the room shudder and quake. Wax figures modeled after creatures of different shapes and sizes. Humans, dwarves, elves, birdfolk, and more are hung on hooks around the laboratory. At one bench is a human woman, her lab coat stained with blood. Her frizzy red hair is pulled back from her face by the round goggles obscuring her eyes. Heckna's hand grips her shoulder, bunching the material of the coat. The woman turns and sees the frozen Pinky and says, "Oh, a repeat customer. How rare," as she smiles. And as you're all frozen, you are forced to watch, held still by this terrible force, as the woman takes Pinky and hangs her on one of the hooks, raising her over a bubbling vat, as she hums happily to herself as she works. Before this woman can dunk Pinky into the vat, you notice the toy maker is also seemingly been sucked into this room with you. You see quickly signs to Stefano, the little marionette, who points to the party and interprets. Mr. Heckna? You have uninvited guests." You see Heckna turns to all of you, his mask in this twisted snarl of fury, snaps his fingers, and the force holding your group is released. You see he quickly tries to compose himself as you all come to, and he says, Yes, unfortunately, that is a side effect of my magic. Now, if you all could kindly be led by the toy maker and get out of here. Go. Shoo.
Yep. And just start shoving Vivien out wherever he's pointing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we'll be going right now. I want to just check out his, just a better discernment of his attitude towards us and this situation. I want to see if he seems more pissed off or showing any concern than the last time we saw him.
Sure. Give me a I think that would have to be an insight. I will give it to everyone as well. If anyone wants to roll insight in this situation, you may.
A 7. Try to do those characters.
Unless you just want to leave it to Mathew.
I think I'll try to read his thoughts.
Oh, okay. Choose a creature within the range. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna go quickly find the Heckna stat block.
Okay.
So, please hold. It'll be fine, don't worry about it. What could go wrong casting this spell on, the big bad evil guy of the entire campaign?
As a reminder, I don't have any visual components. Things just happen.
I'm just checking to see if there's anything that would prevent you, because I know there are some creatures that, beyond intelligence, looking into their heads can't happen, I believe. I think.
Yeah.
I forget if Mind Flayers are one of them, but they probably should be if they aren't.
No, Mind Flayer stat blocks are very sad.
Yeah, Mind Flayers being weak to Psychic, or not being, resistant to Psychic is something. Let's see here. No, you are able to read his surface thoughts. Are you just doing the surface thoughts, or are you going to try to pry into his head a bit more?
I am unable to increase its order, so I just get surface thoughts. But I do get advantage on my insight as well.
While reading the target's mind, you have advantage. Yeah, so roll with advantage. Okay. So, as you all are being led out, one of the last things you all hear as the toy maker and Stefano is shuffling everyone out, everyone does hear Heckna kind of second-handedly say, like almost in a whisper, "Yes, get the vermin out. I have actual work to do with this new project." Oh no, that's the woman who says that. You all hear the woman say that. But Heckna is overseeing it. The surface thoughts you get, Fiammetta. Heckna is pissed. The surface thoughts you read are one of almost an annoyance, anger that he turned to see your party here. He is pissed that anyone even saw what happened, let alone your group. And if you get the feeling that if any of you were to try and question him or say anything to him other than leave, that would have been in your worst interest.
Yeah. Okay, walking away.
As you walk out, Stefano begins to relay some information from the toy maker. He explains to you that Heckna just teleported to one of his laugh tenants, known as Sophie. It is a powerful skill unique to him and one he relies on when in danger. Laugh tenant named Sophie. He also says because they've been brought here by Heckna, you're also now able to enter the laboratory in the funhouse, and you'll be able to enter the Dismaydium. He does warn you that the new areas are dangerous, the laboratory in particular. And he says one last thing. He says it's not safe to talk in the funhouse. You know where to meet me. Saying that you can meet him at his souvenir shop or Locke's wagon. As you all get led to the exit, you notice it's not a door. It's a slide.
Nice.
Vivien will enjoy that.
Is it a big tongue-shaped slide?
You know what? Now it is.
I just saw the big one at the top of the map. I
Yeah.
guess that's where we are.
Do we get splooted out at the top?
Well, the fun thing with that is as you go down the slide, firstly, the mouth of the slide and the tunnel behind you closes as you are spat out into a room. Loud, brassy music pumps out from speakers, shaped like Heckna's grinning face. And you see this upper floor, as you are spat out through this wall, of a casino. It's opulent and moody, with black velvet draped on the walls, and red candles dripping wax onto the floor. The atmosphere is raucous and loud. Revelers cluster around several tables, laughing or shouting as they win and lose red tickets. At the table nearest to you, as you all are all spat out, you see a reveler stands and dumps a full wine glass full of an orange liquid on the person next to them before breaking into a run. You see, before they can flee the room, they freeze mid-run, and a gaudy goblin in a black tie finery rushes up, hands outstretched, and yelling, "Oi, oi! Where do you think you're running off to, then? Not bloomin' likely, chump, I've got ya!" and you see they shake them down for the red tickets they owe to the person drenched, and drop the spell as the person then returns back to their little bouncer position. And I'm going to change maps. Tokens might not be fully correct, so I'm just going to copy and paste from an old map and let you all change them as I paste. Because things go slow, and as I said, I'm working on a laptop that's probably 30 bajillion years old.
Mm-hmm.
Things might load in a bit slow or take some time, but you all will be on a new map in a second here. And I will say the Dismaydium, it's not like a locked-in area. Let me go back to the Revelia map. Essentially, it's like a video game progression almost. You all were, limited to this region of the game, if you will. You've now just unlocked this region. And you can go to and from both as you see fit.
Nice.
And let me move you all to the Flophouse Casino.
Is that the dice building?
It's certainly a building, and you are all up here.
Okay, sure. We'll see when we leave. Anyways.
Yeah, you're all right up here. As you are spat out from a secret door. And again, this is the person you just saw shake down the reveler for their goodies. And there are several games up here should you wish to play.
What's the one right in front of us?
You are right in front of... Let me get that. You are in front of a table and a game called Heckin' Decked. It is the Flophouse's version of a blackjack.
Ooh.
That's great.
I like blackjack.
Kreg likes blackjack as well.
All right. So the cost to
You want
play...
the last seat, Vivien?
Go ahead.
You want the last seat, Vivien?
Oh, no. It's away.
Oh, I'll take it gladly.
You're gonna let a
Vivien
child
was
gamble.
Okay.
One in the circus.
Yeah, we sit down and the bookie's doing Mathew just starts explaining to Vivien how to play this and why she should not play this at all.
All right. So here's how it's going to work. The cost to play is 10 red tickets. But if you win the hand, you receive double their initial bet plus an additional 10.
Okay.
So, high risk, high reward.
I'll pop 10 down.
Me
Looks like we
too.
get one game.
Okay.
10 of Fiammetta tickets.
So, the fun thing here is there's a cheating aspect involved.
Cool.
You will all roll 3d20 when I ask, and the cards you get are living cards. Depending on the point value you get, if you make a persuasion, you can convince one of your cards to increase or decrease its point value by 1 to 3. If you fail, the card attacks you, and you're going to take some damage, and you're out of the round. And you're not the fun thing is you're not playing against each other, you're playing against a bookie. You have to beat bookie's numbers. So really, all of you can win here. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to roll 3d20 for myself real quick. See here. Okay. Let me look here. Oh, okay, I get how this works. All right, so then let me just look at this. All right, so I'm going to do some stuff real quick as we all do some lovely gambling and leave the children out of it.
Mhm.
Once my character sheets load in 30 years, you know. And let me set this to... That's not what I wanted. No, that is what I wanted. Okay. All right. God, there's a lot of numbers I have to do in my head because I don't have like a notepad or anything. Okay. Okay. So I got my number for the for bookie. Fiammetta, roll me 3d20, and I will whisper you your result.
Got it. Did you want my dice rolls to be public as well?
No, because I'm gonna whisper the results, so no one will technically know. I mean, you can whisper them if you want, if you'd like. I'll leave the option. If you want to whisper, if a player wants to whisper, they can. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to whisper you your results.
Okay.
Fascinating gameplay, I know.
I am on the edge of my seat.
Indeed.
I am too. Because the hockey team I hate is losing.
Let's go.
It's making me happy.
So that's what you got, Fiammetta. And as a reminder, you can cheat. You can do a persuasion check and convince one card to increase or decrease its point value by 1 to 3 points. And so if you want to just whisper me what card you want to do and what numbers.
And then do I have to use all 3 cards to get to 21?
You do have to use all 3 cards.
Oh, that's annoying. I have to think.
Mm-hmm. Well, while you're thinking, Kreg, roll me 3d20, either whispered or public. Okay. Alright, I'm going to whisper you your results in the Roll20 chat. And same thing goes. If you want to increase or decrease a card, you have to do a persuasion check, and you can choose to decrease or increase from 1 to 3 points. So you got that. And then that. So that's you, Kreg. I got yours, Mathew. So let me whisper your results. Ben, these are your results, Mathew. And if you're going to do a persuasion to increase or decrease a card, you can do your roll, and then you can whisper me either on Discord or Roll20 if you don't know how to do the Roll20. You can do Discord if you don't know how to do the whispering on Roll20, and just let me know what card you're decreasing, and then once you are increasing, and then let me know your total.
Okay.
DM, this is your time to point out that I've never done this before, but I have like the version of the Friends cantrip.
Okay.
Can I influence my card and get advantage on my check?
I'll allow it. That's funny. Vivien, can you roll me just straight intelligence? Just click on intelligence on your character sheet, please.
Okay. Sorry, I was messing with something.
Yeah, you kind of have an idea of how it's being played, but you might get lost. Like you're listening, you get the first couple bit of it as Mathew's teaching it to you, and then midway through you kind of get lost.
It's like, okay. Wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
What's happened?
So it's a persuasion, and I can increase it or decrease it by up to 3.
It's a persuasion, DC 15, and you can pick one card to increase or decrease. And then you're going to... I guess you don't have to tell me what card you're increasing or decreasing, but after you increase or decrease, I want you all to message me, whisper me, whatever way you'd like, your totals.
Okay.
And I assume like blackjack, like normal blackjack, we're trying to get to 21.
Let me, so, you all, at the same time, after I have everyone's totals, I'll describe something. And the way this will work is because you're playing against Bookie. Whoever is closest to 21, but not over 21, between Bookie and each gambler, win the hand. In case of a tie, Bookie wins.
Are we allowed to do a check twice?
Nope.
I'm gonna try to persuade my card.
Okay.
So that plus 5.
All right.
And I'm just gonna roll my persuasion in the chat for everyone to see because
You said we can up it to up to 3.
You can
Down or
up it
to
by
3?
3 or decrease
Oof.
it by 3. Kreg, you needed a 15, buddy.
yeah, fuck.
Let me see.
So
So-
close.
So you all see as Kreg does his best. You see an ace in his hand flip around, which depicts this. Let me see if I have a description for this figure. The ace depicts this dwarf, this stout dwarf with face paint on and a top hat, classic almost ringleader attire. He appears to be the proprietor of this flophouse casino. One might call him a swindler. And this ace turns over and lashes out and decks Kreg in the face for 12 points of force damage, knocking him out of his seat and knocking him out of the game.
Oh my god, that would have sent me to 0.
I feel like everyone in the room stops and starts looking. I'm like, it's okay. He had it coming. We're good. Nothing to see here.
Crazy that.
Fiammetta looks at her cards more tensely, worried.
Vivien's
Okay.
gonna take a couple steps back, worried she might get punched in the face by one of Matthew's cards.
Missed the
No,
check
it's okay.
by
You're,
1.
you're not playing. You're not playing.
It's crazy luck right there.
That is crazy. Let me see here.
I sent you my total.
Yep. So, for the purposes, I realized I could have rolled for these two as well, but they're more like scenery. The game comes to an end as you have gotten ready to reveal your cards. And again, just a reminder, you're not going against each other, you're going against a bookie. The cards
Oh,
are
wait.
revealed. Yeah.
Never mind. Nope, never mind. I thought I messed up, but I didn't. You're good.
The cards are revealed. Fiammetta. Your total, please.
2 aces and a 7 for a 19.
Mathew, your total, please.
2 aces and a 6 with persuasion for 21.
Good job, good job.
Ooh.
Let me see what I rolled for Bookie, but I do have the number here. I want to make it a little dramatic.
I can't do it that well.
Bookie reveals her cards for an ace worth 11, which she has convinced to turn into a 14, a 3, and an ace worth 1. For a total of 18.
Bless, bless, bless.
letting Fiammetta and Mathew
Let's go.
win the round. So you receive double your initial bet, so 20 red tickets, and an additional 10 for both of you receiving a total of 30 red tickets.
Oh, I'm addicted.
Nice.
1-1 game. Let's go again.
And we thought the chocolate-covered whoopsies were bad. Here we go. The campaign is now black.
Actual gambling.
There are other games in-house. And you do see that there is a staircase that leads downstairs as well.
But blackjack.
I'm like within, probably not my arms, but arm's reach of this lady behind me. Has she just been staring this whole time?
Yes, that is the Countess. She seems to be. Give me a perception check, Fiammetta.
Not advantage.
8. Yeah, I mean, she seems to be kind of overviewing this floor of the casino in this almost like golden throne.
What are the other two games? I stand up and I'm like, I know when my luck is about to run out, and he just stands up, and I just want to look around the room and see what else is going on.
You see a roulette wheel and a game called Heckna Hold'em.
I like the skill-based ones. I'm walking to the roulette wheel.
I'll go with you. But I'm terrible at everything else, so this one's on you. Is there any dark spots or in the room or like out of view places?
Give me an investigation.
Okay. Plus nothing. Gosh dang. We're all like poop tonight. Except for the gambling.
Yeah. The area is lit with candles, but the vibe of this floor is also very moody and filled with black velvet. You think you could probably kind of take a corner and just be unseen if you really tried.
Okay. Well, for now, I'm just gonna stand behind Kreg and give him some moral support. Immoral support?
Something support. Alrighty. So, here's how this is gonna work. Can I just say, I love that we went from no, I'm gonna say this. It feels very appropriate that the one session of play where I'm not at my setup and everything's scuffed is the gambling episode. Something about that feels very appropriate. So the way this will work. Each gambler makes an initial bet of a minimum of 1 red ticket up to 1,000 red tickets. Your choice. You can choose one of the following bets. More than one gambler can choose the same bet. You can bet on even and odds. You can bet on the following number groups. So let me jot this down. Even odds. You can bet on 1 to 6. You can bet on, or 1 to 5. You can bet on 6 to 10. 11 to 15, and 16 to 20. And then you can bet on a specific number between 1 to 20.
Crazy idea, guys. Let's group all of our tickets and put everything on red.
If there's a green slot, everything on green.
So
Nat 20.
So you can bet on evens, odds. You can choose one of those number groups, and you can bet on a specific number. So whoever's betting, just type in the Roll20 chat what you're betting on and how much.
Is it like increased returns?
Let's see. You know what? I'll tell you. If you bet on evens and odds and you win your initial bet times 2. If you bet on the correct grouping of numbers and win, it's your initial bet times 4. And if you bet on the specific number and win, it's your initial bet times 20.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
So just jot down what's being bet on.
Public bets, right?
Public bets.
I'll do 5 on evens.
5 on
I'm
evens.
betting against you here, but I'm betting against you big. I'm throwing all my tickets in.
Whoa,
here we go.
20 on odds. Okay. So the way this is going to work, I got to ask, Mathew, are you explaining this game to Vivien?
Nope.
Fair
Matthew's
enough.
beyond this one. I'm like trying to like explain the fuel rules that I do know, but I'm like, this isn't my game.
Mm-hmm.
My game was back there. That's the one I grew up on. I didn't do this one.
Mathew gives me the vibes of someone give him a holster and a cowboy hat and throw him in a saloon.
He probably would do well.
So, I'm going to roll a d20. And you all see the roulette wheel is... So firstly, a creepy crawly is managing the roulette wheel, which you know to be the disembodied hands that once attacked you. At Locke's counter even, and it was attacking Locke, and you had to pull it off him. The creepy crawly goes and pushes a red button to make the wheel spin, and then tosses this shiny red clown's nose on it, which you all recognize to be a schnozzling, something that attacked you in the woods. I'm going to roll 1d20, and we're going to determine which of you win. If it's evens, Fiammetta gets it. If it's odds, Kreg gets it. If you lose your bet, well, you lose your bet. So if it's not odds, Kreg, you're down 20 red tickets.
Zombie tickets.
So let's go here. Let's roll a d20 to see who wins.
Red.
God, I can't wait.
Red!
Lands on evens.
No!
So Kreg, you all, Mathew, Vivien, you watch Kreg, hands in his head in his hands, lose all his tickets, and Fiammetta, you get back 10 red tickets.
I'm gonna slide Kreg 5 tickets and be like, go again. It'll go differently this time.
I'm gonna put 5 on evens. Or 5 on odds. We're sticking with odds.
5 on odds. Anyone else want to play?
Doubling down. I'm putting my full 10 that I just won on evens. Red.
Vivien, what are you doing? What do you want to do? As you watch Mathew enable Kreg.
He's just gonna look at him and be like, this is why people have gambling addictions. Pushing them into it.
Yes, it is.
Alright. And here we go.
Red.
That's evens.
Ah!
I take my 20 and I put it on evens again.
I give Kreg another 5.
The 5's going on odds.
Come on, you got some ground to make up, old chap.
Alrighty. Here we go.
Yes,
No
yes.
way. No way.
Do I?
It's rigged. Let's see here. Let me. I gotta roll something. Okay. That's crazy.
Fiammetta, little hooded head, big toothy smile. 40 odd evens.
Matthew, are you encouraging more for Kreg?
Yep.
Come on, I got 10 gold pieces. I got 10 gold pieces.
So you're giving Kreg another 5?
Yep.
Matthew's about to come at you, Kreg, like a loan shark.
It's okay.
There's also other options you can bet on.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Can I take that back?
Sure.
You're changing now?
Said in character.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
My thought. I've had bad luck so far. It can only get worse.
So, 40 on even, 5 on rolling the number 1. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if this ends up being an odd roll. And it's not 1. I'm almost scared. I feel like I should do this one with my eyes closed. Here we go.
I lean down to Vivien like you're about to learn an important lesson. Watch.
Yes.
Oh my god, every roll has been even!
You don't shift your strategy.
Speaking of,
It'll work eventually.
Are you sure about that? It doesn't seem to be for Kreg.
Statistically speaking, it will work eventually.
Eventually.
Here. Watch this. And I'll replace him. And I'll do 5 on odd.
Kreg, you just feel Matthew's hands on your shoulder slowly remove you from the seat. Fiammetta?
I'm looking at Mathew very angrily. Evens.
Come on, shop, or come on, gamekeep. I got real gold. Let me play.
They say no, we only accept tickets. So here we go.
Holding more tickets than
So
she's ever had.
Fiammetta is like a kid who just won skee-ball. So Fiammetta's putting everything on even. Matthew's 5 on odd.
Let's do 50 on even. I'm gonna lose it. No,
Okay.
I have to go all or I'm gonna lose it. 80 on even.
Here's what we're gonna do. If this lands on an even again, the person running the game is gonna...
Fiammetta's getting arrested.
Yeah, the person running the game is gonna end the game. No one else can bet because that's ridiculous. All right, here we go.
I told you, a skill-based game. No!
Boom.
Oh, you're
Just turn to Vivien
man.
like, see?
You flew.
It could have been me. That could have been me. I could have had the 10 tickets.
The second Kreg got off, you lose everything, Fiammetta, and Matthew, you win 10 tickets as Fiammetta, you flew too close to the sun.
She is cursing up a storm, trying to fight the hand. Calling it a cheater.
Just stayed up like, the 2-time!
Vivien's just gonna be like, hey, it did work!
See? Alright, let's go see what's downstairs.
I like to imagine Vivien, Vivien says, it did work. Matthew says, see, you guys look over, Kreg is burning daggers into you guys.
Just crying. Not even, just crying.
You know what?
Over here, just financially ruined by this game.
How does
I'm never
Kreg
going to
feel?
financially recover from
We
this.
know how Fiammetta feels. Fiammetta is arguing with the hand. Matthew and Vivien are celebrating that their strategy did win. What's Kreg feeling as he watched all this?
Craig's still trying to talk the game guy into taking his gold for another spin.
Just one ticket, man. Just one ticket.
Give me
10 gold, 1 ticket.
Give me a persuasion at disadvantage.
Where's my persuasion? And there it is.
A 9. He's gonna take pity on you. He's gonna like hold out his hand under the table and kind of say, I'm not supposed to do this. And he will tell you that, I mean, full blown to everyone else kind of watching this, this bookie, he's in a world where gold, in a setting where gold really isn't used, it's kind of not a ripoff. If you guys were still adventuring outside the Revelia, you would immediately clock this as a ripoff. But he's asking you for... He's going to be generous because he's going to be nice and not ask for all of your gold because he is taking pity on you. But he is going to say, give me 5 gold pieces and I'll give you 1 ticket to bet with.
I'll take that deal. That's a damn good deal.
So you hand over the gold under the table. He rips off a red ticket, gives it to you. What are you putting the ticket on? You're putting the ticket on odds?
Yep.
Okay.
For shits and giggles, can I put a ticket on the 20?
Sure. So Kreg has 1 ticket on odds, and Fiammetta has 1 on the nat 20.
Red.
I'm off the table.
And
This
you
shitty ass game.
both lose. I think, Kreg, you feel in the back of your mind just this feeling of maybe I'm unlucky. You guys see Kreg storm off, and I'm gonna put you downstairs, Kreg. You guys see him storm off, go downstairs, and just if you could see, you know, if this was a cartoon, and you know what, we're in a carnival. As you guys see Kreg storm off, you do see the hint of smoke coming out of his ears.
That's tough.
What do the 3 of you upstairs do as you watch that happen?
I follow him downstairs.
Yep.
So, one of you guys want to buy me a drink?
Give me a persuasion. They both move their seats.
Oh, we're just over there.
Yep, just to the left. As you all head downstairs, can everyone give me a perception, please?
God's sake.
Me as well.
Do you want to, Kreg? Let me ask you that firstly. Are you paying attention to anything?
After they got up and walked away, I don't know. Probably not.
All right, so we'll just take Fiammetta and Vivien's.
Man, this couldn't get any worse. The chair breaks.
As you guys walk downstairs, you know, Mathew carrying down his spoils of war, Vivien and Fiammetta, you notice 2 figures leaving the flop house. You see 2 people both in kind of heavy armor. One of them is wearing this chainmail. They have a shield on their back. And they have this bulbous red nose and clown makeup on. The one to the next to them, again, kind of heavy plate armor, this time a long sword on his back, similar bulbous red nose and clown makeup. And as they're kind of walking out in this huff and puff, similar to Kreg, and especially with a 22 and a 21, they're staring at your group for sure. And you almost see the look of like a light bulb going off, like an idea just hit them in their heads as they both exit the doors and out of the flop house.
Vivien will point out she'll say like the angry looking clowns over there to Mathew.
And I'll say, Mathew, you catch both of them just as they're exiting the building.
I don't think they like.
Where were they before as we were walking down?
You would have caught the tail end. You would have seen them. They were both leaving the building. They were both downstairs, and they were both leaving in a huff.
Who else? Fiammetta saw that too.
Fiammetta and Vivien, and Vivien pointed it out to you as they were just leaving.
I'll tap on Fiammetta. Did you see them too?
Yeah, I kind of want to follow.
Me too. Hey, Kreg. Would you like some violence?
You see Kreg, and let me describe the room for you real quick so it's even better. The interior of the flop house main floor is dimly lit with deep red and black velvet walls. Embroidered tapestries depicting Heckna's face shift and change expressions every few seconds. The atmosphere is more boisterous than upstairs. Revelers cluster around gambling machines and place orders loudly at the bar. So as you tap on Kreg's shoulders, I'm gonna take some liberty here, Kreg. You see Kreg with his face just against the window of a slot machine.
So sad.
As you do feel Kreg, they're
This
slot
was a bar.
machines. You feel the tap on your shoulder, and Mathew kind of whisper in his ear, "Do you want violence?"
Yeah, I'll take violence.
All right, let's go, champ. It looks like there's some clowns that need to get fucked up. They went through those doors, and turned to Vivien like, as we're walking, like, okay. For the first little bit, why don't you just stay behind Fiammetta and Kreg? And I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And Mathew disappears.
And I'm going to follow the group
Okay.
until we get to the next little spot.
All right. You begin following the group while invisible. You all head towards the doors to follow the what are appropriately named Clowned Paladin and Clowned Cleric. And because it takes like 30 years for me to open a character sheet, I don't know how I'm going to run combat on this scuffed laptop, so we are going to instead call that a session here and
Stellar.
have ourselves some rolls to find them and potentially lead into a fight during our next session of play, which will be on some date. Let me open my calendar. Our next session will be December 6th as we get ready to fight some clowns.
I will not be here the 6th.
Understood.
I would kind of like to be here. I would kind of like to be here for combat, though.
Perfect. Matthew's invisible. You won't be here on the 6th.
Fuck!
Then that's what happens. You cast invisibility and you're not here for the session. That's how the spell works from now on. I can work around that. I will gladly, especially because we're in a new act. I don't care about having this on the recording. It's fun for the viewers to know. How is everyone? I know it's a bit close to Christmas. How is everyone for the 20th, which would be our next session after the 6th?
After the 13th, I'm like free completely, other than other D&D games, so I can do the 20th. I should be able to do the 20th.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll meet back up on the 20th, and we will call that a session here.